Fourth. No, that's fourth. Third. Second. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in and checking out yet again another world's greatest vlog. Hope you've had a good week. I think it's midweek when you're watching this video. Behind me we have a brand new daily machine. I wanted to remind each and every single one of you watching the content right now that I have my own brand called OWNA. You'd have seen this at some of the car shows if you're a resident show goer. You'll have also seen us in some mountain bike parks, some BMXing and just some general lifestyle streetweary bits. But I wanted to remind you more importantly that we are still running the free t-shirt with every single hoodie deal. So if you go to ownerofficial.com or type in owner on Google, you'll see us at the top. Get involved, free t-shirt, just add it to your basket with any hoodie and you'll get it for free. It's that simple. It's a crazy deal. Nowhere else is going to give you a deal like that, so you may as well get involved. So, more importantly, before we go any further in today's video, if you are also on my team, in the sense that an R36 PASSAT is the ultimate sleeper daily, smash the like button. Look how insane the key is. The key is mental. Let's rewind time. Let's go back to the garage where we went and picked it up. I wanted to shout out Faz from Scotland. So anyone who's into the shows will know Faz. He's over in Fife, which is above Edinburgh, and he's the guy I bought the car off. So if you're watching, Faz, shout out for the car, mate. You did me a sick deal on it and I'm absolutely over the moon with the build. It's insane. Okay, we are approximately 3 minutes from the brand new daily. Cheers! Sounds sick. Sounds good. Loud. Sick. Sounds savage, that like. Jeez. So, here we are. The PASSAT R36 wagon. You've seen it all over my socials. It is approximately 3 PM. I've just finished smashing owner for the day. Well, I'm gonna do more later, but we've got an hour of light. Loads of people have been messaging me saying, are you gonna make a video on the PASSAT R36? So today we are making a video on the PASSAT R36. Today we're going to be doing some driving footage, some exhaust noises, a bit of everything. You know how it rolls when we're introducing a new car. I'm going to switch over now to the content outside the car, the exhaust, a few bits and pieces, and I'm going to come back to the driving. Before we go though, this is what you've got to be excited for. Listen to these notes. I'm going to drop all windows for this. That is loud. So behind me is the dream. Before we go any further in today's car episode, I wanted to actually say something. The number one thing that I wanted to say in today's video is that I was not expecting to love, and when I use the word love, I mean love this car as much as I do. I just didn't think. Obviously I've went and bought it, so I was obviously into it, but right up until buying it, it still felt a little bit like a gamble, a little bit. Like I was like, am I a big boaty estate man car? The answer is yeah. Seriously, it's absolutely fire in the booth. Perfect. The first thing to notice is the car is absolutely rotten, and I mean dirty. Awkward thing is, is I picked it up from Scotland and it was completely washed, detailed. I drove it home on Friday, got home pretty much Saturday morning because it was really late, washed it on Sunday, completely detailed it to hell, ceramic foamed it, everything. That brings me to today when I'm filming this video, which is Monday/Tuesday, and it's this dirty again. So it's had 2 washes in under a week, and that's how dirty this car is already. Those of you who have been long-time watchers of the channel will know that I've got a Doberman and I've got 2 French Bulldogs. Very different types of dogs, let's put it that way. So an estate car's perfect, and I'm going to explain why. So for me, my Frenchies are on the back bench. That's normal in my life. So normally I would have Frenchies in the back, trying to jump to the front, but Frenchies in the back. So the boot is absolutely massive. I haven't actually used the boot for Django, the Doberman, yet, and that's because the air tank is hard lined in. This one's got like a bit of a snazzy boot build, which is hard steel lines. Basically, long story short, I'm putting the tank underneath the boot, because this is just a, I'll show you, watch. So if you lift this piece of MDF, you'll see the spare wheel and stuff. I've ordered a pancake tank from Offset Auto House, which is going to go underneath the MDF floor, so there'll be no AIRRIDE tank in the boot. So at the moment, I've been actually putting Django on the rear bench, which has been chaotic. She's a loud one. Let's get straight into this. Let's go for a drive. We're going to put it in Sport, the R36 PASSAT. Now, do you want windows down or windows up? I think windows down, so you can hear the first initial pull off. I'm not going to absolutely hoon it. Actually, I am. Look how awesome this thing looks. It's got that classic R grille on the front. Now, some of you might be thinking to yourselves that you recognise the front end on these. It's because it looks similar to the R32 Golf. So Mark V R32 has a very similar front end. The lights are slightly different on the PASSAT in comparison to the Golf. The Golf ones are a bit more square. They're about as big as where it drops down, where the bubble is. They're kind of that big all the way across. I'm gonna make this super quick. Because it's semi-irrelevant. But I set out with a long-term plan a long time ago. Own an Avant/estate/wagon with a lump in it and a Nissan GTR instead of a Golf R and a transporter. That was a long-term goal. I knew it was not going to be easy to switch everything around. Jesus! How insane does that sound? For a wagon? For a wagon? Jesus! Holy wagon! So, the PASSAT R36. Right, let me get it out of sport. Neutral, drive. This is just normal drive mode. So, honestly, I kind of didn't think I would have been as obsessed with the PASSAT R36 as I am. It's took me by surprise massively. Even from a driving perspective, like just cruising now is so comfortable to drive. You have this armrest here and this armrest here. It's like a big armchair. Visually, so much visuals. Like it's like sitting in the front of a bus. Big screen, massive screen, big screen. Let's do some downshifts. Fourth. No, that's fourth. Third. Second. That DSG box is naughty. Sounds insane. Sounds mega. Sounds like straight piped. So as you're sort of cruising at the speed limit, it's not bad. Like, there's not even that much drone for the fact that it's got a straight pipe on it. It's quite like minimal, pretty mellow like that. That's going 40, 2.5k revs, 4th gear. If we put it down into 6th gear, that's how quiet it is. You'd think you're in a normal family saloon. And then obviously if we put it in sport, so good, so insane. The PASSAT R36 drives insane, drives like proper stealthy, like a yacht. I was gonna say like a boat, but it's more like a yacht. Let me put it back in drive. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've not even touched my Nissan GTR. Not once. Not once. I've not touched my GTR once. So just mooching around, we'll just pull up this road, windows down, in drive, normal day. That's just cruising. Sounds sick. And then we'll turn round and we'll show you in sport. I'm not sure an estate car should do that. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure it should be this cool. I think I'm showing my age. I'm 32 years old, me. That's how old I am. I'm 32. And I'm getting pretty into this estate car, I'm not gonna lie. Let me put it back in drive. Beautiful. It is beautiful. The steering is unreal. And I mean, so light, so responsive. If it actually feels pretty crazy when you go pretty quick, you do feel the back end twitchy, a bit like kicking out. Remember, this is a 4-wheel drive car, which is pretty insane for the budget that I paid for this car. You've got a massive 3.6 litre lump. I don't even need to give that any appreciation. If you're into your Volkswagens, you know exactly what this car is. 3.6 litre V6 or VR6. I've kind of been educated recently on the fact that it is a VR6, but then when I posted that it was a VR6, a lot of people told me it's not a VR6, it's a V6. So I don't know whether there's a lot of assumption in that world. I'm going to let people rectify in the comments below. My opinion is it is a 3.6 litre VR6 because it's not quite a V6, I don't think. I think they're slightly out of line, but not quite a V. Could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I should learn. Comfort-wise, seats are amazing. We've got heated seats up front, we've got heated seats in the rear. More of the techie bits like that I'm going to show in the car review. This is more just about the actual driving. Visibility feels amazing. Suspension feels nice and stiff, obviously on the AIRRIDE Airlift Performance struts. Consumption. Let's see what we're doing on consumption. We are currently averaging at 20.9 to the gallon. Is that bad? Is that bad? You know what I mean? We'll give it one last little pull, because why not? In manual. Beautiful. So it's slammed out on 20-inch tough R's. 20s. That is insane. So mine on my Golf were 19s and they looked huge. And then obviously with the extra length of this thing, it looks absolutely gangster on the 20s. So I think these are 20 by 8.5 by, I want to say 20 by 8.5, and I think the offset's 35. And it's tucking hard. Tucking very, very, very well on the Rotiform TUFRs. So it's actually on an older airlift performance system called V2, which is basically an older system than 3P. Now, you can upgrade the management to 3P and you can use the same suspension struts and airbags, which is pretty cool. So if this ever blows up, I'll get 3P and then basically it'll be like the same as all my other vehicles. So yeah, I'll actually show you the AIRRIDE system in a minute once we get to that. Steering wheel's pretty cool. Got these aftermarket paddles, which I don't mind. Steering wheel's pretty cool, actually similar to the one that was in my van. My van was a Mark 5 edition steering wheel, so it's a very similar steering wheel, but except it's got controls which control the clocks and control the head unit. As you can see, R36 PASSAT logo there, and it is, despite how dirty it is, I've been to the dog field today, I get in it every day with muddy shoes. Despite that, it is a very clean example of an R36. The seats up front are absolutely insane. One thing that I really liked about this, which I'm not sure you get this in a lot of hatchbacks, but these vents keep my dogs cool. If I have the air conditioning on, they come out in the back and keep my dogs cool. It's actually got rear heated seats as well as front seats, which is pretty high end for an estate car. Without even wanting to, I didn't really have a use for the Mark 7R once I bought the GTR. I wanted some cash back out of the build. I had so much in cars and stuff. So I sold the Mark 7. I'm going to shut my door because it's starting to hail. So I sold the Mark 7. The GTR replaced the Mark 7. I then didn't really drive my van much. Kept getting in the GTR instead of the van every day, which you don't really want to do with a GTR. You want the GTR to be like preserved nice. It's an iconic car and it wasn't ever intended for it to be a daily. So yeah, I ended up just like not being bothered about driving the van and stuff. So I started to think, all right, well, maybe I'll get an estate car so that I want to be in it every day. That started with the idea of getting an RS4. Kind of ended at the idea of getting an R36 PASSAT, and honestly, it's unreal. I absolutely love it, you know, it's proper cool. And I feel like it is connecting with me on some of the Mark 4 R32s that I used to have. And I've always wanted a Mark 5 R32, but I've never really pulled the trigger on one. And this kind of ticks that same box with some additional bits that I would get from a van, which is cool. So I'm very, very, very happy. Very happy. So good purchase. I'll do more videos on it in the future. I'm going to do a pancake tank install in the back for a video, and I'm going to do a full detail and couple of videos on it and get it right, machine polish it, the lot. And it is pretty much quite a rare show car. If you go on Auto Trader, there's probably like 2 R36 PASSATs in the UK up for sale. It's a very, very rare car. And I was blown away with the amount of like support and stuff that the car got. It was crazy.